happened in 1998, because I complained to God, because it's so in my heart to go to the Caribbean. And I learned that you need to be specific with God. And in Costa Rica, God spoke to me really clearly. And he said, we're starting a new chapter. It's really more like a new book in the history of the ministry. And he said, the Caribbean now is going to be your territory, your new mission sequence. I got to tell you, it was really exciting to me. And I really had to fight the urge. And I actually found myself a couple of times, because as I got introduced to Dr. Clyde Rivers and I Change Nations, he was doing a lot of work in the Caribbean and told me about one of his people that works with him called the Queen of the Caribbean. And I met her a couple months after God spoke this to me, and everything in my natural being wanted to connect with her. I spoke with her, and she invited me to come to a conference, forget where it was, one of the Caribbean islands that was coming up, and I really wanted to do that, but I just didn't have the peace. It wasn't God's timing. But God, praise God, He has such unique ways of doing things. And I've just learned to be patient, be sensitive, and then be obedient to do whatever He said. And Dr. Rivers had a trip planned to Grenada and kind of invited me to come with him. But he was here in Grenada and worked with Dr. Winston Garraway. But in any event, Dr. Rivers said to me, David, would you consider going to Grenada and working with Dr. Garraway and helping him with the youth there? And I contacted Dr. Garraway, and it was like, love at first sight, as they say. It was just an absolute knowing in my heart there was a divine connection to Grenada.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing all the young people assembled this morning. Looking forward to this few days of training. As we all agree, it is an opportunity that don't come often. And now that they have it, to use it to the best of their abilities to help changing their lives or transforming their lives and the lives of the other young people whom they will come in contact with. I look forward to them being really energized, asking lots and lots of questions, but most importantly, be prepared to do what is required of them. And as they gain knowledge, to go back to the various locations and use this knowledge to assist the fellow young people to becoming change agents as themselves. The country needs them. We all need them. Quite a large percentage of the population made up of young people. And if we are able to transform 75 or 80 in this next 4 days, and they are planted out into the various locations around the country, I can only imagine the sort of benefits the country will receive from they being empowered to make a difference.
God is not a respecter of persons. We see it confirmed in Acts 10:34, where He is not one to have any favorites. So that means what He does for one person, He'll do for you. And He has done for you. And when you were conceived in your mother's womb, God literally put gifts inside of you. Those gifts are for you to complete the mission God had planned for you before the foundation of the world.
It really opened my eyes, and I'm looking forward to going through the whole seminar from phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Once it's possible, I will go through the whole seminar.
We have certainly come to the end of something. I wouldn't say necessarily the end, because the journey certainly shows an open pathway. But I would say so far for the 3 days that we have ventured into this, but these 3 days has been certainly the most educative 3 days of my life in the last recent 10 to 15 years.